On this week's events roundup, we focus on Republic of South Africa as we share 12 events, all geared towards one goal: advancing in South Africa after a challenging restart. And an orphanage in Lokoha, Nigeria is the venue of our Gives Back. For his Just an Opinion segment, Guider Emil asks, is doing big GH this holiday season good or bad for the system? To all our viewers around the world, this is MNC, your Mavro News channel. The middle part of 2016 had been a challenging period for our community members from Republic of South Africa. Aside from the restart, they had been bombarded with negative media publicity that has made other people doubt These challenging situations, though, did not stop our loyal guiders from organizing events to further spread in South Africa. And this week, we focus on these efforts by featuring 12 events that happened between July 23 and September 3 of this year. We start off with Guider Cebu Sisu, who has been a guider for South Africa for about a year already. He only had 4 in attendance, but he still went on with his presentation that lasted for about 30 minutes. He was able to introduce them to MM's history and ideology, its platform and how the members benefit. He introduced them also to the concept of Bitcoin and how it has become a preferable mode of sending and receiving donation in Though he had only 4 people in attendance, Guider Cebu Sisu was still positive. He said that since the community has been derailed, every person who shows interest in it counts. And luck was on his side that day, because all 4 received positively and decided to join the community without hesitation. 5 days later, on July 28, Guider Sharon Mapuhosha gathered people from Soweto in Gauteng for her presentation. In her talk, she emphasized that is centered in the power of giving and explained how is not about making profit for certain individuals, but helping the needy in an honorable way. She confirmed to them that South Africa is still active despite its declaration of a restart. She confirmed to them that South Africa is still active despite its declaration of a restart. She enumerated also acts that members must avoid doing because these things are born out of greed and selfishness. Guider Sharon added that they should not be discouraged by the restart as it is a normal function of the system when an imbalance exists, and that all they need to do is actively participate in the development of the community. She assured them too that guider like her are more than ready to go from place to place to help regular members spread Those present were thankful because Guider Sharon patiently explained to them the real nature of as opposed to those negative things they have heard from its detractors. That was the general mood when Guider Sharon Mapuhosha held another event last August 2, 2016 for the people of Ipeleng, also in Soweto. Speaking in front of 20 people who are old and new members, she opened the gathering with his short but meaningful message. And I quote, "We are the witness of what has done in our lives. It has changed many lives and it continues to do so. Now that we all understand the ideology, what do you suggest for the betterment of our community and the system? We are and is us. It is our responsibility to grow our community and make it a better place." End of quote. Her question opened up a lively discussion wherein several members of the audience shared their ideas on how each participant can contribute to the growth of the MMM South Africa community so they can move forward from the restart. Guider Sharon took note of all their suggestions so she can relay it to the administrator Andrew Mark on their next Guiders meeting. Before the occasion ended, she announced the dates of the next meeting she will conduct and encouraged them also to go out and invite more people to join the community. While Guider Sharon was on the go in Soweto, Guider Sindile Shivi was also busy with her own offline presentation that same day, August 2, 2016, at Orange Farm in Gauteng. She was very straightforward and did not mince words, especially in sharing to her 18 guests the current restart status of MMM South Africa that time. One of the important things she also highlighted to them was the importance of becoming a guider. For her, guiders of MMM are leaders who have been intensively taught the values of MMM and who are able to attract new members online and offline. She further encouraged them to apply when the next batches open for the Guider School. She added that aside from additional bonus they would get, guiders also play a crucial role in the advancement of the community. When asked by someone if there are special requirements to become a guider, Guider Sindili told them that any member of MMM can be a guider, as long as they can be capable of delivering and explaining the community messages. Collaboration is not an alien concept to MMM guiders, and this is what Guider Solo Muzenda has shown when on behalf of MMM RSA community, he joined hands with the Hyenas Chess Club in sponsoring monthly chess tournaments in Gauteng. One of that tournament happened on August 6 of this year in Braamfontein. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, the schedule has been moved a week later than scheduled, and this has caused low turnout on participants because the tournament clashed with some other tourneys in the area. But for Guider Solo and the Hyenas Chess Club, the show must go on. Both the young and the old played the game with passion, and Simbande, who is from Zimbabwe, walked away with a gold medal. Despite the low turnout, the organizers are keen on doing this monthly event, as what Guider Solo has expressed in his opening message.
Good, but mainly the main purpose of the tournament is to create relationship with schools around the city and also implement our Hyenas Chess schools program that include teachers training and making sure that all children play chess actually in the school, not only few. So that program is still going to be rolling out. Actually, this is the start, We're also going to be giving away a couple of chess sets to the school. They've got very few chess sets. Actually, the chess is not really that much on the high in the school, and that's what we're hoping to be doing in the next couple of months.
MMM's goal is to free us from bondage to financial slavery, and the current unfair world financial order was one of the ways Guider Milan described MMM. This was during an event on August 6 of this year where she was able to gather about 3,000 people from Mamelodi in Gauteng, South Africa. She added that MMM's way of doing it is through a financial aid platform founded on trust and generosity. She also showed them how members benefits once they join the platform through its system of bonuses. And to show how MMM touches lives, she asked one of her downline members to give their testimony before she formally ended the gathering. One of the most awkward situations one can experience is to have to explain why something ended in a certain way. This was the position that Guider Gladys faced last August 13, 2016, when she met about 30 people from Soweto, Gauteng, for her offline event on the restart of the MMM system in South Africa. Many people at the time were still puzzled by the system restart and have had many hows and whys on their minds. Instead of being afraid of backlash, Guider Gladys saw it as an opportunity to help answer their questions. One thing she pointed out that led to the imbalance in the system was because many were intimidated and scared off by negative media reports about MMM, so some did not join anymore, and others stopped making donations altogether. Some members also made their own conclusions without consulting their guiders. Though the topic was a sensitive one, respect and courtesy was maintained all throughout the event. Even those who stood up to air frustrations still had positive outlook about the MMM community and shared their inputs on how they could rise above the challenges they were facing. On her part, Guider Gladys was glad that she was able to spend time with them to help clear things out. On the same day, August 13, another event happened in the province in Gauteng. This time, it was in Garangkua with Guider Johannes as organizer.
Embark and participate in panic mode and restart.
He shared with them how and why MM was founded and the ideology it carries. He also showed them what benefits an MM member gets, how to join the MM South Africa community, and how to navigate the personal office so they can send and receive donations. Questions were already asked along the way, and instead of deferring his reply on the latter part of the presentation, he answered them directly. He added a reminder that they should make sure to get information only from guiders and official representatives of MMM and not just anybody, so they will not end up confused or doubting. Our next story is Guider Sharon Mapuhosha's third organized event for this week's roundup. She held it on August 23rd at a Pelegging Center in Gauteng, Africa, with 30 people in attendance. One of the things she focused on was the story of MMM's founder Sergey Mavrodi and how and why he founded MMM. She added as well the story of the movement, the ups and downs it has experienced, and the challenges and success it is facing now. For Guider Sharon, these things are also significant in helping people decide whether joining the community is for them or not. She also relayed to them the current difficulties being faced by MM South Africa. She reiterated, though, that these are not reasons to stop, but are mere opportunities for them to explore so they can advance MM further.
Triple M didn't collapse. The Triple M no mungena online if we were together.
This was how Guider Sharon opened her presentation the next day, August 24, at Sutsukenswe in Gauteng. She went on and added that MMM was collapsed by the gossipers speaking through fences that MMM is collapsing, causing other people to pull out their Mavros from the community. She also mentioned that the media added to the problem when it also reported that MM South Africa is collapsing based only from FB posts of some members who were speculating. From there, she gave them a rundown on important topics about MMM that she knows her audience needs to hear so they can understand the workings of MMM better. Her efforts were rewarded by an attentive audience who stayed with her until she finished the presentation. On the same day, August 24th, another part of Gauteng witnessed another MMM offline presentation. This time, it was in the Hammaskral area with Guider Caroline as organizer. One of the things she explained was what happened to the May 1 announcement about the 10% old Mavro buyback since there was a restart already declared. She empathized with those who were frustrated since they made large donations and was not able to ask for help in return. Guider Caroline appealed to them that they should still believe in MMM and continue supporting it by inviting more members to make its operation stabilize quickly. She also reminded them that this time they should be mindful of MMM's constant reminder that they should only participate with spare funds. Meadowlands in Gauteng is be the venue of our story for this week. On September 3rd, Guider Gladys Gomongo visited the area and was able to have 20 people in attendance. Her strong but positive message has deeply comforted members who have old Mavros to stop panicking and be patient since there is no way they cannot get their money back. She reiterated that has never and also it will never withhold members' money. She told them that the community is striving hard to have them slowly get back their funds. She told them that the community is striving hard to have them slowly get back their funds. She also urged them to bear with the system since it can't allocate get helps to all Mavros member at once. Guider Gladys encouraged them as well to remain strong and never be tempted to leave the community, and instead, for them to help out the community by doing small donations using their spare funds and inviting new members. She further reminded them about the bad relationship which has been there between and media from the beginning so they would know how to deal with it in the future. These positive messages plus her thorough explanation helped ensure that everyone present will leave with a positive outlook toward the community. Her entire message can be summed up this way.
So for you to move, do something.
Our Gives Back this week takes us to the Ministry of Mercy Orphanage at a small village of Otutulu in the Dekena local government area of Kogi State, Nigeria, more known as MOM. The center initially catered to children with special medical needs and now has expanded to take care for the physical, medical, educational, and spiritual needs of any orphan brought to them, regardless of their background, gender, color, sex, or religion. The orphanage has been the venue of Guider Ibrahim Rashid's charity presentation last September 13 of this year. His presentation was very informal while carrying a 5-month-old kid in his arms. He was casually discussing with the head of the center and its volunteers. He was able to share with them briefly what does and how they were able to carry out a charity activity for the institution because of the community. In between the conversation, he also formally presented to them the items they brought for the children, which included 1 sack each of wheat and salt, few boxes of pasta and instant noodles, condiments and toiletries. He expressed how he is filled with so much joy in being able to bring help to the children through the community. The head of the orphanage was very thankful for their efforts and expressed that God is using as an instrument to bring help to those in need.
Hello everyone, for those who don't know me, my name is Emil and welcome to Just My Opinion. First of all, I would like to thank our beloved audience for sharing their comments and on our segment last week, which is about the importance of being well informed in Today we will have a brand new and different topic, and if you're regularly watching this segment, you already know that from time to time we are picking up one suggested topic from our audience. So this week we will cover up one topic which will surely benefit every participant of our community. One participant asked me this question: is it okay to ask for a huge get help during Christmas season? What a timely question, isn't it? But before we answer that question, let's take a look for probable reason why it was actually raised. We all know that during Christmas season, almost all people are looking for ways to celebrate the Yuletide season. And this is also the time of the year when people spend a lot of money for parties, gifts, shopping, and so on and so forth. December or Christmas season is the time when most people are so eager to use their money to buy things for themselves and for their loved ones. So how can we relate this to Well, in my personal experience as a participant of Philippines, December is the time when people tend to ask big amount of GH or get help from so that they have money to spend on Christmas. And if I'm not mistaken, this is also experienced in other countries with MMM community. So I think this is the reason why one of our audience raised a question if it's okay to ask for big GH this Christmas season. Maybe he's concerned if it will affect the flow of PH and GH in the community. Here's my opinion about that. Making your GH this December is okay. It's okay, as long as you're asking the right amount that you needed. What do I mean by that? We know that the flow of GH is directly proportional. So for example, this is the GH and this is the PH. It's directly proportional to each other. And during Christmas season, we will expect a rise in the amount of GH in our community. So to compensate this, the PH volume should also be huge. Because of the GH, because if the GH rate overtakes the PH rate, participants might experience a delay in their get help, and we don't want that to happen. So if we really want to help our community, my advice is don't make a huge amount of get help this Christmas season. Only ask for the exact amount that you needed. By doing so, we will help reduce the spike in the GH rate, thus making the system more stable. If you don't really need that huge amount, then don't ask for it. As simple as that. I am telling you this because just like what I mentioned earlier, Christmas is the time when people tend to make withdrawals simultaneously. Not only that, but during Christmas, the activity of participants also tends to slow down because they are on vacation mode. Of course, it's Christmas. So if you care about MMM, only withdraw the amount you need and never try to ask for too much. That's it for this week. I will see you again next week. We'll have another exciting topic. And this is Emil saying, always remember that everything that I said in this video is just my opinion. Have a great day, guys, and bye-bye.
That's it for our edition this week. To those who celebrate Christmas, may you all have blessed Christmas with your family this coming Sunday. Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Mark. Always remember, together we change the world.